It all started with the need to demystify philanthropy. We wanted to understand the role that it plays in development and its contribution to the creation of sustainable and inclusive societies. It is said Africa will become the largest trading bloc in the world when it comes together. A key linchpin for this future is understanding the challenges that plague the continent and how to resolve them. We turned to our strategic partners for advice.
It seems to me that we have to understand how to enable inclusive development, how to make sure that everybody benefits from the growing economies in our societies. And in that context, we've got to start grappling with what is the role of philanthropy in that agenda. But you can't make that happen in the African continent if you don't know what levels of philanthropy is happening.
One, involve your students, faculty, and administration as early as possible. You've got a tremendous asset in Adam, who is also a renowned scholar on the nonprofit sector and civil society. The faculty may be a little bit harder sell, as it always is with new projects, so you're going to have to do a lot of costly kinds of things.
Being an interdisciplinary program and bringing people from the business school and from other disciplines, not just the sort of social policy walks and social work walks that often the field attracts, is really important. And then the outward-facing work that the center is going to do in helping to bridge that gap in terms of conferences and seminars. So helping people who are not ensconced in philanthropy really develop their knowledge and skills is one of the fundamental gaps that it can help.
I think that there's so much knowledge and history on the continent that people do not know about, including folks who were born and live on the continent. I think that there is so much to mine and share. I think that's probably going to be the greatest challenge, but then it's also the greatest opportunity.
2020 has been a challenging and unpredictable year for us and for our partners due to COVID-19 pandemic. In every crisis lies an opportunity. COVID-19 challenged us, but also gave us an impetus to sharpen our work. Let's shed some light on some of the achievements since our launch. We developed a doctoral program. We have admitted 14 students with our first graduate this year. We developed a postgraduate diploma in African Philanthropy and Resource Mobilization to be offered in June 2021. We also developed 3 certificates to be offered in 2021 and 7 masterclasses that we rolled out this year. In the area of knowledge generation, we commissioned several studies. The first one focuses on high net worth individuals and their philanthropy in Africa across 30 countries. The second focuses on other forms of philanthropy across the same 30 countries in Africa. The third focuses on the 4th industrial revolution and the non-profit sector. And because of the COVID-19 pandemic, we commissioned a study on the impact of COVID-19 on corporates, philanthropy, and the non-profit sector. And recently, we launched our first ever journal on African philanthropy and social investment. We convened our first annual conference in May 2019 in partnership with the Harvard Center for African Studies, Trust Africa, the Higher Life Foundation, and the Africa Philanthropy Forum. Delegates came from across the continent and beyond, and the themes that were discussed varied from climate change, the state of philanthropy, to fundraising, and the law, among others. In the aftermath of the 2 cyclones that hit Malawi, Mozambique, and Zimbabwe, namely Idai and Kenneth, we sent researchers to Malawi and to Zimbabwe. We also partnered with our colleagues at the Foundation for Community Development in Mozambique to give us data. We convened a dialogue in partnership with the Mandela Institute for Development Studies and the Graça Machel Trust, and invited presentations from SADC, the World Food Programme, and the African Development Bank, among others, to focus on disaster management and mitigation. In response to the xenophobic attacks that took place in 2019, in partnership with the African Union Development Agency, NEPAD, and the Mandela Institute for Development Studies, we held a special event to celebrate Africanness. As a business school, one of our mandates is to devise practical solutions for society's challenges. In this regard, we teamed up with Reckitt Benckiser, UNAIDS, and Gilead to develop an Aspire Higher competition, whose objective is to provide sexual education and access to condoms. we made a call to our postgraduate students to submit solutions that will address sexual education and access to condoms. We have awarded 4 winners. The project is funded at the tune of £200,000.
Under your leadership, as I ascend to the position of the Vice Chancellor of the University of the Witwatersrand, I look forward to seeing us collaborating, working together in ensuring that this initiative grows and realizes all the stated goals. I mean, my first encounter with you was in New York when you launched the center, and it was exceptionally well received, and there were a lot of expectations that we as a university, the outgoing Vice Chancellor and myself and the team from the deanery to the head of school have placed high hopes on the center realizing its goals. And you'll have our full support in ensuring that the center grows from strength to strength. We wish you luck and all the best.
Thank you, Professor and incoming VC, for the support that you yourself and the entire senior leadership of the university has given to the center and to myself in particular. I want to thank our donors and our strategic partners for believing in us. It is now time for us as the center to shed more light on African issues as they pertain to philanthropy and social investment.